Hi, this video explains what are the most important tools and technologies for safeguarding information resources from businesses. This video starts by approaching the identity of a user and the safety tools from a business. After that, we will understand how a business secures its wireless networks and how the encryption process works and the techniques used to guarantee the system's availability. Then, we present the cloud computing and the mobile digital platform and their security issues. Finally, we finish the presentation discussing the software quality. In these days, businesses need to get tools and technologies to manage many aspects from an IT system. These aspects include user identities, the prevention from unauthorized access to systems and data, the system's availability, and their software quality. Usually, groups of users have its own privileges in the system, so they need to be authorized and authenticated with a password to the system. Passwords can be tricky to employees. They can be, for example, stolen or forgotten, so new techniques were invented to solve these issues, like tokens or a biometric authentication. Firewalls also help to block unauthorized users to access a certain private network. Usually, firewalls are placed in strategic zones in order to get the most out of their features. Many firewall screening technologies, such as package filtering or a natural address translation, are used to increase the firewall safety process. There are also other tools to keep and guarantee the service's safety: intrusion detection systems, antivirus and anti-spyware software, or Unified Threat Management Systems (UTM). In order to make sure that wireless networks are protected, it was created a security standard called Wired Equivalent Privacy (WEP) that can be improved by using it combined with a virtual private network. But in June 2004, WEP was replaced by Wi-Fi Protected Access 2 because it was very easy to crack. Nowadays, encryption is used to protect the business's digital information. Encryption is a process of transforming information, usually plain text, into ciphertext that can only be decrypted by the receiver using an encryption key. There are two techniques to encrypt the network traffic: one using the secured sockets layer technology, and the other using a network protocol called Secure Hypertext Transfer Protocol. There are two different methods of encryption. One is using the symmetric key encryption, and the other is the public key encryption that is more secure than the other. Digital certificates are data files that help establish the identity of people or electronic assets. They use certificate authorities (CA) to validate a user's identity. A public key infrastructure combines the CA with a public key. In a company, it's very important to make sure that their systems and applications are constantly working and operational. Online transaction processing happens when a computer immediately processes incoming transactions online. A fault-tolerant computer system can be described as having redundant software, hardware, and an environment that causes uninterrupted services with no downtime periods. Deep packet inspection is a technology that helps fighting the network degradation caused by bandwidth-consuming applications. A managed security service provider manages network activity and does vulnerability testing and intrusion detection. Cloud computing and the mobile digital platform bring us also new challenges related to security and reliability. It's very important to understand how the cloud computing provider organizes services and manages the information. Cloud users must stipulate that the cloud provider stores and processes information with specific conditions according to the privacy rules. Mobile devices need to be protected like desktops and laptops. They can be also victims of malware, theft, unauthorized access, hacking attempts, etc. So, companies need to make sure that their security policies include these devices. Companies can also perform objective software metrics and effective software tests in order to measure the performance of the system and to identify issues as they happen. Take this following example. Target is a massive retail company in America that suffered a massive data breach at the Christmas season of 2013, exposing millions of personal data from customers. This happened in an important shopping season, shaking consumer trust. This case helps us to understand the importance of safeguarding information resources.